So one of the first things that I noticed when I went in was the general energy of the room. So I could tell before the Japanese judge had even spoken a word that he was quite frustrated with the defendant, the people that we were suing, the representative that we had there. And when he opened up the conversation, it was to say that you guys haven't signed your documents correctly, so I can't really understand who this is from and who this is from. And if you don't sign your documents correctly that you submit to me, then how am I able to help you guys, because you've already disqualified their viability to use in the case. But then the defendant, he apologized for that profusely and was like, oh, we should have taken more care. I understood this much. And then the real killer that I know these guys are poorly organized. They don't know what they're doing. All they know is that they don't want to pay someone who worked for them, and they'll attempt bullying, but they won't do it in a very intelligent way. So the next thing that the judge talked about was, so why did you guys submit, and this is, we discovered this critical point then, he said, why did you guys submit this evidence 2 days ago? So they had had a month, 2 months to prepare this evidence, and these guys had submitted that evidence 2 days before we were to meet again. And at that point, the guy just kind of blustered and said, I was sick. So, I mean, you're throwing away credibility at that point, saying that you were sick. What, were you sick for an entire month? Clearly not. And it wasn't that they actually had anything to say. They didn't have good evidence, and so they were just retreating or backtracking until they were absolutely forced to produce these documents, because they didn't want to show up with nothing, but they had nothing to submit. And so at that point, the judge just said that I've seen enough.